Alright, guys, it's 10 past 10, and we're ready to go with tonight's quiz. Couple of very interesting usernames today. It's annoyed a few of my friends who are online today. Welcome once again to my daily quiz, which I've been doing during our coronavirus downtime. Plenty of time in our hands, so it's now we are, I think, entering the third week of live quizzing with all of you. So today's quiz, again, like yesterday, is a general knowledge quiz. That means there are questions from all around the world. Before I start with that, guys, I'm hosting a prize money quiz tomorrow, and the link for that is on your WhatsApp, on the WhatsApp group, all the details. Well, as with prize money quizzes, there is an entry fee, yes, but you stand a chance to win a lot of cash if you win. The way it works is the organizers, Quizando, are giving a prize pool to begin with, around 2,000 rupees, more than 2,000 rupees. And after that, with each entry fee, they're gonna add a portion of that fee into the prize pool, and at the end of the quiz, the winners take all the money, winner or winners. And the thing is, you can participate in many quizzes on Quizando, and you can win a lot of money. It's been a good platform for me to make some pocket change while this downtime has been on, and I thought of sharing it with you guys as well. So I brought that to your notice. I'll be hosting a quiz there once every weekend. So you can quiz with me 7 days a week for free, and then you can quiz with me once a week for a really good prize. So with that sorted, let me just remove the text window. If you guys are playing for the first time, remember that the questions come on the live stream, but you have to answer on Kahoot or the Kahoot app, or the second tab you can open on kahoot.it and put in the game pin. The way it works is the faster you answer, the more points you get, and that is to dissuade Googlers, because if you Google, you will earn less points. That's all there is to know. One important thing is the chat window is there to chat and not to reveal the answers. And the second thing is that there's a bit of a lag between what I do and what you can see on the YouTube live stream. So it's important for you to see the question first and only then answer on Kahoot. So today there's around 8 to 10 second lag between what I'm doing and what you can see. So make sure you wait at least for the question to arrive before you can answer. So with all that said, let me remove the text and get started with today's quiz. Here's question number 1. Darn or darning is the correct answer. So especially in woolen cloth, woolly cloth, if there's a hole, the skill of fixing that hole is known as darning. 27 of you get that right. And here's question number 2. Sugata says the time was up before the question came. Sugata, ensure that your live stream is as fast as you can make it. I think you may have dropped off the live stream a bit. So ensure you are live. So Harry S. Truman is the right answer. Well, the interesting thing is Harry S. Truman was in the armed forces in the US, and when it came to fill up his form, he decided to add a middle name which he did not have. And so he just wrote the letter S. And in fact, the S in his middle name stands just for S and nothing else. 13 of you get that right. And we have some movement in the top 5. Here's question number 3. There's no negative marking, Siddhant. More than 1/3 of you getting the right answer. It is golf, which is the word from Dutch origin. Pistol, polka, and robot are all Czech words, which later came into English. Good job to all of those who got it right. Here's question number 4. Just 30 of you got your answer in time, and the answer is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The Babel fish is a very crucial object in the book. If you haven't read it, I will not spoil it for you, unlike few of our spoiler-happy players today. Here's question number 5. A massive majority getting the right answer. It is indeed P.K. Banerjee, who passed away on March 20th. Well, he was actually one of the first people to receive the Arjuna Award when the award was instituted in 1961. And interestingly, in 2004, he was given the FIFA Order of Merit, which is the highest honor given by FIFA. He played 45 games for India and was later also the coach of the national team. In the Asian Games in Tokyo and Jakarta, where India clinched gold, he played a crucial role. Here's question number 6 coming up. Quite a simple question. It is indeed Bulgaria, whose capital is Sofia. 26 of you getting that right. And we have a new leader. Icarus is the new leader. Here's question number 7. Of you getting the right answer there. It is Isambard Kingdom Brunel, who was ranked 2nd. Well, Brunel was a really influential figure during the Industrial Revolution in England and Europe. He was a designer, a constructor, an engineer who built dockyards, and the Great Western Railway in Britain is his claim to fame. He also made steamships. He made the first propeller-driven transatlantic steamship, in fact, and many bridges and tunnels across the British Isles. Quite an interesting middle name, actually. And looks like the top three got it wrong. Here's question number 8, the last question of the first half. 20 of you get that right. It is indeed the letter W. For those who haven't watched either film, I will not tell you why, but the first one's definitely a must watch. One of the more funnier films from the 1960s. The letter W has a very important role to play in that film. And the film 2007 film Dhamal was a bit of copy of It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World and the film The Rat Race, a combination of that film. And W is the correct answer. And we have Pranjal moving up to second, Oam at third, Vimo at fourth. Here's question number 9, the first question of the second half. Twenty-one of you getting the right answer. It is Boxer. In fact, the Boxer Rebellion or the Boxer Uprising was an anti-imperialist and anti-Christian movement in China between 1899 and 1901. And they were known as Boxers because many of the members of the militia who led the rebellion had practiced Chinese martial arts before, which in the West that time was known as Chinese boxing. Good job to the 21 who got it right. Here's question number 10. 18 of you get that right. It is Jan van Eyck. And this painting, in fact, was from the 15th century, 1433. He made a few self-portraits. He was into portraits. Some say it is not him, but recent studies claim that it's him. Here's question number 11. Only 10 of you get this right. It is indium. Well, copper comes from Cyprus, scandium comes from the Scandinavia, strontium comes from the Scottish village of Strontian, and indium does not come from India. It comes from indigo, the color which indium provides, shows. Good answer by the 10 of them who got it right. That should make some changes in the points table, and Akshay jumps up to first after that correct answer. Here's question number 12. Majority getting that answer right. It is the popular app House Party, where you can make video calls with your friends. It recently got into more news because apparently somebody made a public smear campaign against them, which suggested that passwords were being leaked with House Party users. But that's unlikely because House Party is owned by Epic Games, which is a very big and successful company. And they even have offered $1 million to anyone who can tell them who started this public smear campaign against them. 32 of you get it right, and blah blah moves up to second, Mudit's up to third, Holmes up to fourth. Here's question number 13. Of you getting that right. It is Mary Had a Little Lamb. Well, the first speech ever which was recorded was in 1927 when Edison read Mary Had a Little Lamb. In fact, the audio is available on YouTube as well. You can definitely check that out. 30 of you get that right. Potato moves up to third. KO moves up to fourth. Here's question number 14. 23 of you get that right. It is Ignaz Semmelweis, who's known as the father of hand washing. It was him who really proposed the medicinal benefits of washing your hands very often. And he has again come into the news after this coronavirus outbreak, where he tells you to wash your hands with 20 seconds. That was sort of a logic which he had given and he popularized, and during the coronavirus epidemic a little while ago. I mean, it's still going on, but a few days ago, Google paid a tribute to him via this doodle. Coming up, question number 15. The Amazing Race is the correct answer. It's named after the host, Phil Koenig. And when you reach the mat in Amazing Race, after you finish a lap around a few cities or something, when you're eliminated, it's called Filimination or being Filiminated. Well, before the last question, guys, just want to say thank you to all of you for joining me today once again. If you like what I'm doing, let me know what more you want me to do, what you would like to see. And with all that said, after the last question, I'm just going to be dropping my WhatsApp group link on the chat window. If you haven't joined the WhatsApp group, join it, because that's where I announce when I'm going live on YouTube, and you'll never miss any update there. Like I always say, no spam, only announcements. So feel free to be part of the group. And don't forget to check out tomorrow's paid quiz, prize money quiz, where there's plenty for you to win. Here's question number 16. Well, Zahir Khan hit the winning runs in the match. He hit a full toss to cover and sprinted across for a single to look to tie the score, but there were overthrows which allowed them to run back for the second run, and India won that NatWest Trophy final. Mohammad Kaif was unbeaten at the other end, but he did not hit the winning runs. That said, before showing the final results, here's the WhatsApp group link on your chat window. And let's look at what the results of today are. Coming in third, we have Potato with 10 correct answers out of 16. With 12 correct, we have Om. And the winner with 13 correct answers today is Akshay. Well done. Coming in fourth, we have Sahil and Vimos fifth. Let's have a look at how the rest of you did today. We know who the top five are. Sixth was Abhinav, seventh was Blabla, winner for the last two evenings. Icarus was eighth, KO Cricket 5 to 8 was ninth, and Taran Jyots was 10. I'll just show the rest of the results as well, but you can feel free to drop off the live stream whenever you want. Thanks once again for joining me tonight, and hope you have a wonderful, what day of the week is it? Friday.